I was shocked when I saw the Finnish price tag on the new DRZ400.
Holy f***ing shit.
Consider that the price has taxes and everything included here in Finland, so most likely your price is lower than this one. However, I was still very interested on the model and wanted to see one in person. First opportunity for me was to attend this yearly fair in Helsinki. Main thing I wanted to feel myself is the suspension. With this kind of starting price, it can't be as bad as it is on the Honda CRF300. And well, I was pleasantly surprised, as the setup felt firm and very competent just by feel on the podium. It felt well balanced between the forks and the rear shock and fairly firm. Might even say it reminded me on the CRF with the rally raid setup that I have on my bike. Of course, the actual test ride is needed to make any further conclusions, but I'm confident in saying that it's light years better than the stock setup on the CRF300, and with correct spring rates might be good enough for most people, me included. This certainly is a relief considering the starting price. I'm gonna try to get one to ride first thing in the springtime and make a quick ride episode for you. Could this actually be a replacement for my CRF? If the suspension is decently sorted out, I'm willing to look past the initial price. The 5-speed gearbox on the other hand definitely makes me suspicious though, but only riding it will tell the full story on that. Check the description of the full specs on this bike and let's wait to see how it actually feels on my ride later. Comparing to CRF300, there are double radiators to cool this engine down. So definitely a lot more cooling performance from this radiator setup. I failed to get confirmation from Suzuki Finland about this keyhole, but I'm fairly sure it's here for easy access to the air filter. I could be mistaken though, as I didn't have the key to test and see what is underneath. It's nice to see brake discs are bigger in the front and rear compared to the Honda CRF300L. Exhaust routing is similar to my CRF, and it's nice to see they have not routed it below like you see on some other bikes. This header with the cat definitely looks heavy, and there is a good way to lose some of that 151 kg starting weight on this bike. Dashboard seems pretty standard with basic information, but it's great to see that it also has the gear indicator that you still don't get with some KTMs, for example. Underbelly is well protected with a tube frame, but for me this is a good place to put your AXB or Acerbiz protection with linkage card if it's available. I wasn't really planning on making an episode from the visit, but I thought it would be nice to share a few thoughts and show you the bike in this very short episode. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you don't mind these a bit shorter episodes here and there. And subscribe to see that quick ride episode I'm gonna be posting first thing when I get this bike underneath me in the summertime.